Hi, guys. We talked about lab safety at home and also at school yesterday, and you saw an amazing presentation. I know it was fabulous about all the safety rules that you should be following at home and also definitely when we come back to school. What you're going to do today is do a little practice. So, today is all about practicing. So, if you look at the screen right here, this is what your homework looks like. Okay, it says what not to do. And in this picture that you're going to come to when you open it, and everybody has their copy, so you're going to actually directly type into this. But if you notice, there's a scene of these alien looking dudes and dudettes. Okay, and I know they look kind of funky, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to look for the number, and I want you to tell me what you think is wrong in that example, okay? This is a little tricky to see, so I am going to help you with a couple of them, okay? If you click on the next slide, you'll see that this is in color, so it may be a little bit easier to use. It's the same thing. So whether you use the black and white version or use the color, it's the same one. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to find number one. Okay, so here's number one. If I look at number one, I see Party Saturday, and it's over the first aid information. Uh-oh, that's kind of a problem. So I'm going to go into this screen, into the third screen, and where it says what's wrong, I'm going to type in what's wrong. So I'm going to say first aid covered. Okay, it shouldn't be covered. I should have that open and available so people can get their information safely, right? Okay, then I'm going to go to number two, and I'm going to look for number two, and I see, oh, whoa, that's like that example with all the power cords, right? That's going to start a fire. That's way too many cords. So I'm going to go to number two, and I'm going to put in too many cords. Okay, and just try your very best with spelling. You don't have to have complete sentences here. Just a short little note works, okay? But you're going to do that for all of these. So there are 36 examples. So keep going back and forth between these, looking for the number, okay, and then writing it in. So there's a couple that I want to show you real quick. Number three, if you look at number three, it says fire extinguisher, and then it has like a blank area. That means the fire extinguisher is gone, that somebody took it and didn't put it in the spot. So our fire extinguisher is always hanging up in the right spot, in a certain spot. So that would be the answer to number three, is that the extinguisher is gone. Nobody knows where it is. So if there was a fire and you run to where the extinguisher is, you're going to have a big problem because you're not going to know where that is. Okay? All right, another one that people often have trouble with. It's really hard to see. This is this number right here. Let me go to it in the black and white. It says 28, but it says MSDS on it. And that basically tells you what all the chemicals do. So like, let's say you swallowed something on accident or you got it on yourself and you were worried about what the chemical would do. This is the information. But if you notice, it's locked. So under number 28, I'm going to put info locked. That one's really hard. That's why I'm telling you that right now. Info locked. Okay. All right. A few more I want to go back to. Oh, this one right here. Also kind of hard to see in the colored version, but let's look at that. It's a door. Looks like a crack in there. So I'm going to go back to the black and white. I'm going to see, oh, it's 25. And if you notice, there's a crack in there. Probably not safe to have doors that are cracked, right? For any emergency. So I'm going to go to number 25 and I'm going to put cracked window, okay, because that is not safe. All right, let's look at another one. Which one do people also have trouble with? Oh, this one over here. See how this guy's head is in a hood? That's exactly what it is. This is number 6. You can kind of see it a little bit better here, okay? But if you notice, he's sticking his head in a hood, and that's called a chemical hood. Our 6th grade science classes don't have this, but all the 7th and 8th grade classes do. And basically what it's for, usually for high school classes, but what they do is they would take the chemical that's really strong and open it in the hood and then let all the chemical smells go out in the hood and out into the outside and kind of in an easier, less intrusive environment. So you're not opening it and then suddenly everyone's like passed out because the chemicals are too strong. So under number 6, you're going to write, don't put head in the hood. Okay? Don't put your head in there because it could be really bad for chemicals. Okay, and then let me see if there's anything else. Some of these things you might not be able to tell exactly what you're doing, but just try your best and take a guess. It's okay if you get it wrong. I'm mostly just looking to generally understand the basic rules, okay? One more that I want to talk about. This one right here. This one looks kind of weird. It looks like the fire alarm, right? Or the fire alarm. If you notice, there's like, if you go back to the black and white picture, there's some goo on it. So I'm going to put goo on fire alarm for number 27. Goo on fire alarm. Okay? So that's how you do this. You're going to do all of these. And again, if you don't know, take a guess. What doesn't look right to you if you're working on the version that's colored and you can't see the number very well, go back to the black and white version and see if you can read it, okay? And just try your best. Your homework today is just to finish this worksheet and then make sure you turn it into Google Classroom, okay? Have a great day, everybody.